Yeah, our other daughter didn't make it in time.
Oh,
so,
okay.
They like to be here.
Sure. So he's doing fine. He, you know, it's very strange because before he just had kind of a band, and then the next time it was a twist, and now he has just full of adhesions. He's got all sorts of scar tissue inside. So his bowel looked like it had been chronically obstructed, but I think there was an element of what we call acute. I mean, that's what brought him into the hospital. His bowel was normally the caliber of the small intestine should be like this, or even less, and it was like this. So it was like a balloon that popped, basically was ready to pop. And so even just getting it out, it's so delicate. So there was a little pop, and there was a rent that I had to take out. I had to take out that piece of small bowel, just like this much.
Oh,
Okay.
well, if you didn't take that much, I wouldn't. I mean, just so it fixed him.
No, it's just a little bit because I just didn't want to I didn't want to just sew it because I was worried it was just going to not heal well. So I'm not sure why this keeps happening, because when I first got in, I really did think, God, it looks like it's all twisted like a knot again. And I don't quite understand why he keeps having this happen.
So that's why I had mentioned Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, they can do gastric bypass where they go in and they shorten things up. Is that ever an option where they can just
that's
take
not really for that.
some of...
It's something
No,
totally
I'm not saying do a gastric bypass, but I mean just take a section out so there's not so much in there that can...
No, we don't ever want to do that because he needs all that bowel length for nutrition.
Okay.
Because all that bowel length is important to absorb nutrients.
We've been wondering, why don't they just take some out, you know?
Yeah. No, we don't want to take that out because that's not really the problem. It's not really his bowels aren't necessarily the problem. They just get obstructed.
Okay.
So, yeah, so his bowels actually, the rest of the bowel, except where it was very dilated, looked really pretty healthy.
Okay.
But I don't know why he keeps having bowel obstructions, because it's sort of a different thing every time. You know, different cause, sort of a different cause every time. So, you know, he's doing fine. I did take his appendix out, too, because it looked a little funny, and I thought the last thing you need is 84-year-old getting appendicitis.
I've been wondering about that. Why?
Yeah, so that's out. You know, he's pretty malnourished, I think, and so I'm going to, if it's okay with you, I'm going to have him it may not happen today, maybe tomorrow when he's more awake. They'll put a PICC line in. I don't know if he's ever had that before. It's just a special IV that goes kind of right here that we can give some IV nutrition while we wait for his bowels to wake up. Because I just want to, my sense of just looking at what I saw inside and just kind of how depressed he's been is I wonder, has he been feeling really bad for...
You know, he does well. Like I've told the children, it's kind of always back to your mind because these emergencies keep happening.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to go. And
no, he doesn't. Yeah.
And I just so I don't even listen to him. I just do.
Yeah.
But when we went in after the last emergency and they did all the pictures and came back that he had the aneurysm, which the one up here in the abdomen, we've been watching for years.
Right, yeah.
And that was fine. But the other one
was
iliac,
so big.
In the iliac, right. And it scared him. It's the first time he's actually said, I'm apprehensive about this.
Yeah.
And but now his eating, you say being the malnutrition, I told Judy, he kind of watches more than what I think he should. Afraid, well, if I eat too much or eat this, you know. But we've always eaten everything. He's always had very good functions.
Yeah.
So I just
not malnourished in the sense that forever. Just I wonder if all these different things sort of building up on him.
Definitely. Definitely. I agree.
Because he's really depressed. I think he's kind of depressed too. He's really sad about being here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Each time it's getting harder on him, and
yeah. Well, we'll try to keep the spirits
ready to
up.
go home.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yes, and please.
I don't think he complains very much or something.
Well, here's the deal. No, but I try not to butt in because I know you've got places to be, but he knew this was coming on before they released him the other day.
Oh, really?
So he knows when it's coming on, you know, but you saying, I do think depression has a lot to do with it, because like when we were in hunting camp, he was doing great, he was upbeat, and he pretty much ate anything and everything. He ate really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he gets concerned at times, and then he's I don't want to say afraid to eat, but he kind of knows it's building, but he won't tell anybody.
Yeah. And that was the thing.
So
the doctor did the vascular. I didn't mean to step on your Judy. She said they wouldn't have released him, you know, but all his vitals was very good.
Yeah.
But when he told our other daughter goodbye, it's my tummy's hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
But he waits. I get him home, and then we're just going downhill.
Right.
He's sleeping. He won't drink. He won't.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what made. I think maybe he thought he was gonna get bulldog through it.
Well, the last thing the doctor said the evening of the surgery, she came in and she said, "I'm no throwing up."
Yeah.
And I could take him home. So when this started, I just.
You knew, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I went. So I
Okay, so
released all from the what we call the ligament of Treitz, which is the beginning of the small intestine. I got all the scar tissue down all the way through down to where it meets the colon.
Okay.
So and I got any like dangling anything I sort of got rid of, but again, there's just no predicting if you'll get a bowel obstruction again.
Because
I just don't know.
this might create even more
every time
scar
we touch,
tissue.
yeah, every time we touch.
Yeah.
But I tried to get anything that looked potentially, because we have little fat balls and various things that dangle
Right.
down that can get holes in them and cause the
remember
bowel to
you
snake
saying that.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I didn't. Yeah, I got everything I could see that could be a
So
problem.
you just kind of cleaned him out. And,
Yeah, and I took the little piece out that was.
She reamed him a new one.
Yeah, I just feel sorry because he's so
I said-
down in the dump. He's sad. And
He is.
he seems.
I
he
didn't
hates
think the
being here.
man's getting Alzheimer's.
No, I think he's just depressed. Yeah.
I know psychological things
Yeah, but
affect
you
us
know, yeah, in the
more
last
than you
couple.
think.
I think so. yeah.
Exactly, Eric. I'm starting to realize that.
You know,
because, like I said, with the weather, he's worrying about kids on the road. Coming to see him
Yeah.
and different things. And I said, I decided it's not. I think his mind is constantly,
Worried.
although trying to be normal,
Yeah.
is worrying.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Well, there's nothing to do. I mean, I think he's otherwise. Everything else looks good in there. It's just for some reason he keeps getting these bowel obstructions. They're sort of happening. Whatever. It started in 2014, right?
20,
Is that when
yeah.
the solid I started doing it?
Yeah.
July, just bang.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to go then, and I said,
Yeah.
this is it. I mean,
Yeah.
I was writing down every time after the third time, every time he was vomiting. And I thought, this
Is there a
now
specific
he
kind of
knows.
food that causes?
Yeah, is there like a
obstruction?
nutritionist or anything?
Yeah, well, that's doctor.
There's
guess
nothing
what-
because it's not a problem with his bowels.
Yeah.
It's a problem with it's something outside. It's a bowel obstruction, so it's the scar tissue or the
That's
twisting.
outside
Yeah,
of
his
it
bowels
that's
are fine.
restricting
Oh,
it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now you said the little section that's at the beginning. You said.
Well,
you
yeah.
Took out.
The piece I took the piece I took out was just the area that blew up like a
Okay,
balloon and
okay.
spilled everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And could that have created the
Black stuff.
that we're getting
Out of his tube?
out of the tube?
Oh, absolutely. That's It's called bilious and it's green.
Yeah.
That's because the stuff that's beyond the stomach is backing up. It's the bile that's
Okay,
backing.
Because
Yeah.
in
That's
the past, when
exactly
they came
what it
out,
is.
I never saw it black like that.
yeah. It's like a real dark green, and it just
Yeah.
means it's been sitting. It's obstructed. It hasn't been able to go.
Yeah, like it was rotten. And
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. But he's doing fine, and he may get a little dehydrated because they're still getting lots out of the tube in his nose, and it's going to take him a little while for those bowels to wake up. So that's why I'd like to go ahead and start the IV nutrition if we could.
Please, all I'm going to ask is don't let him, and I told him when he came in, don't start pushing him to let you come home.
Oh no, he won't be
until-
going for several days
I
at
said,
least.
until everything is
Yeah.
working.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's got to
I'm-
pass gas, have bowel movements,
Good.
pain free. Now let me ask. I put him on a pain pump. You know what I mean?
Oh.
The PCA. Is he okay with that? Will
He will be
figure
fine.
that out?
But see, this is another thing.
The last time he refused to push it because
Yeah.
he thinks he
Couldn't get too much.
he'll heal quicker
Oh.
if he doesn't use.
Yeah, we
Oh.
both.
my gosh.
Yeah.
We're old fashioned.
Seriously, you know.
Well, what should I do? Should I just have the nurses?
I think it would be better
Okay.
if
He
you.
won't tell her. He called me the other
Okay.
morning, and he says, I'm bending over. And I said, what? This is about before 5:30.
Well-
Yeah.
And so he says, I'm bending over. I'm going to throw up. I said, did you call the nurse? No. I said, call the nurse.
He might just be one of those people that just doesn't want to bother
might.
anyone.
But he
That's
says
true.
yeah,
It's older.
that's
Some
him.
people are like that.
So I think the
Mostly.
pump will be better. See how he does, please.
Yeah.
But I said to him, Lavelle, he said, well, where are you, Peg? And I said, I'm home. You're in the hospital. Oh, so I called the nurse.
Yeah.
And she
Well-
says, I'll go right down and see.
Yeah.
So I think the medications was coming.
I'm just wondering if it would be better if the nurse gives him like just a little bit. Do you know what
Well, I
I'm
just
saying?
worry he won't be offered enough like at night.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
worry about. So let's just try
Yeah.
it. We'll encourage. I'll try to encourage him today too
Because
to
the
use
pump
it
will
because
only give so much.
yeah, it has a lockout, so he won't get
Yeah,
overdosed.
so
Yeah.
Right.
if they stress, if
Yeah.
they stress that to him,
Yeah, he can push all he wants and he won't get more, which I don't think he would
No, I
do.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's
He's
try
not
that
gonna
and
do
see.
that anyway.
No.
Well, yeah, that may be better because then he wouldn't have to. He wouldn't have to call anybody.
That's right.
Yeah, because he doesn't want
Because
to.
at nighttime I worry because
Yeah.
He's
it's
always,
quieter at night. And
He doesn't want to call the nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, he wouldn't ask him anything.
Because he didn't even. Apparently his lights on his little. They're not working, and I didn't realize it.
Oh,
This
his little
morning,
flashlight.
No, his little remote lighter.
Oh,
he
really?
can't. He can't control his own lights, which
Yeah.
you know we just have to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's got a
Comforts, I
little
think.
flashlight that Mom brought her
I
from
know.
home.
That's not. Doesn't seem very
He
nice.
said, why do you need the flashlight? You know,
Because his lights don't work.
He's-
So
he
I'll
said-
see if
he
the
said,
nurses can fix
I
that.
can't see the lights. But then,
Well,
see, another thing he's done this time that he's never done before, he says, I can't do this, and I'm tired. He's never used the word tired
Yeah.
being in here. So that's concerning. But like you said, I think he's down about being
He's
in
down.
here.
Definitely down. He told me he was down, and he just didn't want to be
I
here.
must say,
So.
we're hooked at the hip, and
I know. I know. Well, I'm expecting he'll
He
do
misses
well.
his dog.
Oh.
yeah. And I would say,
What
Mom,
kind of dog?
little Boston Terrier.
Oh.
I wish they could bring him up here, but
Can they or no?
I don't.
I mean,
know.
sometimes they
Yeah.
can't. People can. We could. We'll ask April. I don't know. Sometimes that happens.
oh yeah, she's
Well,
very
the
social.
She's a good
She's
girl.
very quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah. I mean, they're therapy dogs, and then some people,
No, I
when they're sick,
understand.
yeah, want the dog, and
Yeah.
they're brought in. They can bring them in. I just don't know the rules, but we can ask April, the nurse.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
has a good nurse
'cause-
right now. So.
Even the dog's going through a heck of a time.
Oh, missing him.
Oh yes, she goes over and
Won't
sets
eat.
him up
Oh,
sometimes.
that's so
yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel
Because he's been here like
Yeah.
so much. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Little guy.
I feel good that you know that you took everything out that.
Yeah, well, I'm
maybe-
glad we did
Yeah.
it. It's so weird that he was. I mean, he just was so not. He wasn't distended really, and he was just kind of
Yeah.
looked comfortable. So
Mm.
I
Yeah.
don't know how he does.
Well,
Just why he keeps doing
but you
this.
know, you have to catch him when he's on that morphine just right,
Oh,
because
and then he'll tell
he'll
the truth.
he'll yeah, because he's like, you know, it doesn't matter where I touch my stomach, it hurts.
Yeah.
But you know, then
I
he
think he's just one of those people that doesn't is, or you know better than I do.
Oh,
but
heck
he just
yeah.
he's one, there are some people who they don't complain, and then
And when he did get sick,
we don't
always,
pick up that they're.
Even now, I told Judy,
Mm-hmm.
in the past when he started throwing up, he'd go on and on and on. He doesn't want any help, and I
Yeah.
will just go in and finally get a washcloth and say, "Can I wipe you?" Oh, you know. But he just very independent when he's ill.
Yeah.
Well, he is independent anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he never wanted to bother me, and I said, "It's not a bother."
No, we want to know. I'll kind of reinforce it with him
Okay.
too today, because when he's more awake, but.
Yeah. But,
And I'll talk to April too and see if we can get the
Yeah.
lights working.
okay.
or the dog.
So sorry. On the dog. The lights
Yeah.
for dog.
I'm
'Cause
not
the-
hit
That's.
one.
The dog is really clean,
No,
so
I'm